I sense that there is a deep sense of confusion in your person's mind at this time. They seem to be caught between their heart and their ego, and this internal battle has left them feeling conflicted, lost, and emotionally unstable. Their ego, in particular, has become a major barrier that prevents them from reaching out to you or expressing their true feelings. It's almost as if they are trapped within their own walls, unable to lower their guard even though a part of them deeply desires to connect with you. This inner turmoil has created distance between you both, making communication difficult or even non-existent for many of you. For a lot of twin flames, communication may have significantly reduced over the past few months or completely stopped altogether. Some of you may have been waiting for a message, a call, or even a sign from your person, but all you've been met with is silence. If you are currently in active communication with your person, then this message may not resonate with your situation, as this energy is focused on those who are experiencing separation or emotional distance. This is a reading for twin flames or deep soul connections who are not currently speaking or who have been avoiding each other, especially on a face-to-face level. In the recent past, there may have been a situation or conversation that triggered both of you. You might have felt defensive and said something in the heat of the moment, something that unintentionally hurt your person's ego. While your intention may not have been to wound them, your words likely hit a sensitive spot. Your person, on the other hand, took those words personally because of their pride and insecurities. They withdrew, not because they stopped caring, but because they didn't know how to face their own emotions. You, however, behaved in that way because you have always known how they truly feel about you. Deep down, you've always sensed their love and affection, even when they never put it into words. What frustrates you the most is their pattern, running away whenever things get serious, only to return when they start missing you. This push and pull dynamic has exhausted you emotionally. You've given them chance after chance, hoping that this time things would be different, that they would finally open their heart and express their true feelings. Yet, every time they pull away, it hurts a little more. You've been patient, understanding, and compassionate, but even the strongest soul has limits. Their stubbornness and unwillingness to confront their emotions have left you questioning whether they even care as much as you do. The truth is, your person cares deeply, probably more than they show, but they are a very sensitive soul. They get hurt easily, even by the smallest things, and because of that, they've learned to protect themselves through emotional distance. They fear vulnerability because it makes them feel exposed and weak. The thought of being completely open with you, of letting you see the real, unguarded version of them, terrifies them. They carry deep emotional wounds, many of which stem from their past. Some of them may have felt abandoned, rejected, or unappreciated in their younger years. These early experiences taught them that love often comes with pain, and so they built walls around their heart as a survival mechanism. Your person has worn many masks throughout their life. To the outside world, they may appear confident, composed, and in control. But beneath that exterior lies a tender, wounded soul craving understanding and acceptance. They've spent so long pretending to be someone strong and untouchable that they've almost forgotten who they truly are. Yet, you, unlike anyone else, have been able to see past that facade. You recognize their pain, their fears, and their unspoken emotions, even when they try to hide them. This ability to see through their mask both comforts and frightens them. You have a natural gift for sensing what they're feeling, even when you're miles apart. This telepathic or energetic bond between you two often shocks them because they can feel your energy and emotions without any physical contact. They can sense when you're thinking of them, just as you can feel their presence when they think of you. This deep soul connection is rare and intense, and while it brings great love, it also triggers their deepest fears. It's overwhelming for them to realize that someone can understand them on such a profound level. As much as they try to run from this connection, they can never truly escape it. The more they distance themselves, the more they feel your absence. They find themselves thinking about you constantly, replaying your conversations, your laughter, and even the times you disagreed. You are their mirror, reflecting back everything they've been trying to avoid within themselves. And that's what makes this connection so powerful yet so challenging. You, on the other hand, have been forced to grow stronger through this separation. It hasn't been easy, but it's teaching you self-love, patience, and emotional balance. You're learning to trust the divine timing of your journey, even when things feel uncertain. Deep down, you know that your person's silence is not rejection, it's reflection. They are processing their emotions, even if it appears that they're ignoring you. Despite all the pain and distance, one thing remains true: your person loves you. They may not say it openly, but it's there in their energy, in their actions, and in the way they can't fully let you go. What draws them to you the most is your understanding, your compassion, and your ability to love them even when they struggle to love themselves. You are their safe space, their mirror, and their reminder that love can be healing if they're brave enough to embrace it. Your connection is not just about romance, it's about transformation and spiritual growth. Though the path may be painful right now, this separation is serving a higher purpose, to help both of you heal, evolve, and ultimately become the best versions of yourselves. Once your person learns to confront their fears and drop their ego, they will realize that love is not something to hide from, but something to surrender to. And when that moment comes, they will return, not as the person who once ran from you, but as the one who's finally ready to stand beside you, heart open and free. My dearest love. Sincerely, I want to start by saying I am truly sorry. I never meant to hurt you, not even for a moment. Please, believe me when I say that causing you pain was never my intention. You mean so much to me, more than words could ever express. Every single day, I carry the weight of my mistakes, and I wish I could go back in time to change the things I said or did that made you feel unloved or unappreciated. You are someone incredibly special to me, and I don't ever want you to doubt that. In my dreams, I often see you. We are there together, smiling, laughing, and living a happy life side by side. Those moments, even if they exist only in my dreams, remind me of what I truly want, a future with you. The bond we share is unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's powerful, deep, and real. The connection between us is something that has shaped me in ways I never expected. You've shown me what true love feels like, and you've made me realize how beautiful life can be when shared with the right person. Our relationship means everything to me. I value you more than you could ever imagine. You are one of the kindest, most genuine people I have ever met. The way you care, the way you love, and the way you give of yourself so selflessly, it all amazes me. To me, you're not just a person I love, you're my peace, my safe place, and my greatest blessing. My heart belongs entirely to you, and no matter what happens, that will never change. It's hard for me to explain how I truly feel right now. Sometimes, words aren't enough to capture the emotions running through my heart. You've always been so good at expressing your love, you do it effortlessly, through your words and your actions. But I've struggled with that. I've never been good at putting my emotions into words, even when they're overflowing inside me. Please know that my silence was never indifference. Behind every quiet moment was a heart full of love, longing, and hope that you would somehow understand what I couldn't say. Over time, I've grown. I'm not the same person I once was. I've learned from the pain, from the distance, and from the mistakes I made. I've realized what truly matters, and that's you. Because of you, I've become a better person. You've inspired me to be kinder, more patient, and more understanding. You've shown me what it means to fight for something meaningful. I can feel that our connection is about to change for the better. There's a new energy between us, a sense of renewal, forgiveness, and hope. I see how much effort you put into making everything work between us. You always try your best, even when things get hard. Seeing your strength and determination gives me courage. It makes me want to fight even harder for what we have. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to rebuild what was broken and to protect the love that still lives between us. No matter what challenges come our way, I'm prepared to face them, with you, not against you. I know I have to change some things in my life, and I'm willing to do that because you're worth every bit of effort. All I want is my happiness back, and I know deep in my heart that my happiness can only exist when I'm with you. You bring light into my world in ways no one else ever could. When you smile, it's like the whole world makes sense again. When you speak, I feel calm. And when you're near me, everything feels right. Even in moments of distance or silence, your presence lingers in my heart like a comforting warmth that never fades. This waiting period, this time apart, has been painful, but it's also been a time of realization. I now understand what it truly means to love someone so deeply that your heart aches when they're not around. I've thought about us endlessly, and I'm certain about my feelings for you. They're not uncertain or temporary, they're real, grounded, and everlasting. I know, without a single doubt, that no one could ever love or care for me the way you do. You've given me so much, your time, your love, your understanding, and your patience. I will forever be grateful for that. You've stood by me even when it wasn't easy. You've seen the best and worst parts of me, and still, you chose to care. That's something I'll never take for granted. You've taught me that love isn't about perfection, it's about commitment, forgiveness, and growing together through every storm. So, thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything, my love. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for giving me hope when I felt lost. And most of all, thank you for loving me, even when I didn't always deserve it. I promise that moving forward, I will love you more openly, cherish you more deeply, and never let go of the beautiful connection we share. You are my heart, my home, and my forever. Your partner's reserved attitude has taken a serious and transformative turn in this relationship. What may have once appeared as calm detachment or emotional distance has now evolved into a deep and painful realization. They are beginning to understand the weight of their silence and the damage caused by their inability to fully open up. Beneath their composed exterior, there lies a storm of regret, sorrow, and self-blame. The sadness they feel is not fleeting, it's something that lingers with them every day, a constant reminder of how they took your love for granted. They are ashamed of the times they dismissed your feelings, ignored your efforts, and failed to recognize the depth of your loyalty and affection. Now, as they look back on the journey you've shared, they realize how pure and genuine your love truly was. You stood by them through moments of confusion, emotional distance, and silence, offering compassion when they couldn't even give you clarity. This realization has struck them deeply. It's as though they've suddenly awakened to the truth of what they've lost, or what they could lose if they don't act soon. They now see you as someone irreplaceable, someone who brought stability, care, and emotional depth into their life. In their eyes, you are not just a fleeting chapter, you are their ultimate destiny, the person who feels like home in a world that has often felt cold and uncertain. Despite their deep feelings, fear still grips them. There is an internal struggle between their desire to reach out and the anxiety that you may no longer be there to receive them. They are afraid that too much time has passed, that their silence has spoken louder than their words ever could. The fear of rejection haunts them, but the fear of losing you forever terrifies them even more. They sense that if they do not take meaningful action soon, you might finally move on with someone who recognizes your worth immediately, someone who would never hesitate to cherish you. That thought alone keeps them awake at night, filling them with both urgency and despair. They understand now that love requires vulnerability, and they regret not giving you the emotional security you always offered them. They have broken your heart before, perhaps not intentionally, but through neglect, confusion, or inconsistency. Every time they failed to show up for you, a part of your connection weakened, and now they're painfully aware of that. It's as if they are reliving every moment where they chose pride or fear over honesty and affection. Each memory cuts deeper because they now understand that your intentions were never to hurt them but to build something lasting and sincere. In the present moment, your partner is carrying a heavy emotional burden. The silence between you feels deafening to them. They are going through immense inner turmoil, feeling stressed, restless, and emotionally drained. Their thoughts are constantly consumed by you, wondering what you're doing, how you're feeling, and whether there's still a place for them in your heart. They replay your last conversations over and over, analyzing every word, every tone, every moment of warmth or tension, trying to find a clue as to whether you might still care. The anxiety they feel over reaching out is intense. They often pick up their phone, type out a message, and then delete it out of fear that you won't respond, or worse, that you've already moved on emotionally. The idea that their call might go unanswered or that their message might be seen but ignored is almost unbearable for them. It's not just about ego, it's about the realization that their inaction and hesitation may have permanently damaged something beautiful. They're not happy with their current life situation. Even if on the surface they seem composed, internally they are struggling with loneliness, regret, and the weight of lost time. Nothing feels quite right anymore. The things that used to bring them comfort or distraction no longer hold meaning because their thoughts inevitably circle back to you. The absence of your energy, the warmth, understanding, and calm you brought, has left an emotional void they can't seem to fill. This moment in their life feels like a turning point. The emotional chaos they are enduring is forcing them to confront their fears and take responsibility for their past actions. They're beginning to understand that genuine connection cannot exist without emotional effort and honesty. They're realizing that love is not about control, pride, or self-protection, it's about vulnerability, communication, and mutual respect. These realizations are painful but necessary for them to grow. Your partner feels that now is the right time to take action. They sense that if they wait any longer, they might lose the chance to make things right. Despite their fear, they are gathering the courage to reach out, to express their feelings, and to take accountability for the hurt they caused. The thought of rebuilding trust feels daunting, but the idea of living without you feels unbearable. Deep down, they believe that this connection is meant to be, that despite the obstacles and emotional distance, there is still a path back to each other, if only they can take the first step. They want you to know that their silence was never about a lack of care. It came from confusion, insecurity, and a fear of vulnerability that they now recognize as self-destructive. The emotional weight of that silence has become too much for them to carry, and they are ready, perhaps for the first time, to speak from the heart. Though uncertainty still lingers, their desire to make things right is genuine. They want to emotionally invest in this relationship, not just in words, but through consistent actions that prove their sincerity. Ultimately, your partner's heart is calling out for reconciliation and healing. They see you as their emotional safe haven, the person who truly understands them. Their greatest hope now is that you will be open to hearing them out, to giving them one more chance to prove that they have changed. Whether or not you choose to accept them back, one thing is clear: you have left a profound mark on their soul, and your love has awakened something in them that will never be the same again.